Boruto 2 Blue Vortex shows Eida is one of the singularities of fate alongside Kashin Koji and Boruto because of her Senrigan ability. And when we start thinking about the singularities of fate, they're basically trying to shape the world into the way that they want it to be, into the best possible future, the peaceful option. And when we talk about shaping the world, there is no other Shinjutsu at their disposal that could shape the world into what they want it to be than Omnipotence, held by Eida. So Eida has two Shinjutsus, including her Senrigan and Omnipotence. Now, the thing about Omnipotence that's really important, I think, to the story at least, is Eida going to be able to control it? Is she going to be able to say, this is the Omnipotence ability and I can use it at will, or I can figure out how to use it, or I want to learn all of its secrets and abilities and how I can control it and shape the world the way I want it to be? And to be completely honest, I don't think that Eida's ever going to gain full control of Omnipotence. I think it'll come and go depending on her emotions or her feelings at any given time, much like how she was really connected or deeply infatuated with Kawaki and thus wanted to give him something, and thus that's how Kawaki and Boruto's lives swapped, and she was able to create that all because of her Omnipotence Shinjutsu. I think it worked for that particular moment to create that twist, that whole change, that whole narrative change for the story. It would have to make sense for a huge change to come again, but it would really only work to give Boruto back his life, and I don't think that's the direction they want to go. I think they're okay settling in with where things are going, or the way things are. You know what I mean? Boruto maybe gaining the respect of the village without actually having to use Omnipotence to get his life back. Maybe he'll forever be the rogue ninja or like the outcast of the village, but then, hopefully gain their respect and their trust and, their love. And obviously if he gets his mom and dad back, they'll love him and support him and they'll be able to figure things out. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't think Eida will control Omnipotence. I think it's just an ability that was used at the time to, change the plot or to add a narrative to the story, change the whole perspective of it. I don't think it was meant for like a controllable ability, much like like the Sharingan. You know what I mean? It's not like an ability she could control. It's something that just happens. So, but I am curious as to when it would next blow up, who it would blow up for, in terms of who could actually hurt Eida, Sarda or Sumire, and then obviously Boruto as well. But we'd have to see. I think that Boruto is her best chance, or the best chance we have of Omnipotence being used again for, changing the world and so on and so forth. So it's a little bit difficult to figure out where all of the pieces fit per se. But I just want to I just think that it's such a powerful ability and it's going to come back again for sure. I think having something as powerful as that is, obviously they used it and they used it well, but I think maybe using it one more time or figuring out how to gain ownership or control over it is really important, or is going to have significant consequences, or it's gonna basically change everything again. And I think that's going to be really interesting to watch. But until we see it, I think the direction that they're going right now is really interesting. But I want Omnipotence to be, I definitely want it more, what's the right word? I think I just want Omnipotence to change the story again into a drastic new direction, or in a new way, you know what I mean? Much like how they did it before. So I think with that potential, there's there's so many things that could happen, but as of right now, I'm really cool with where they're at right now, and I don't think that it makes sense for her to master the ability until she maybe meets Shibai or figures out a way to like master it or control it in a type of way. I don't know. But until then, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah,